If you look at the night sky with the naked eye, the universe seems to consist mostly of isolated stars. Each one shines on its own, each lives its own life, and between them there appears to be endless darkness. But if we look more deeply, it becomes clear that stars almost never exist in complete solitude. They are bound together into colossal systems, galaxies. And our solar system is only a tiny part of one of them, the Milky Way. A galaxy is like a vast city of stars. It can contain hundreds of billions of stars, clouds of gas and dust, dark matter, star clusters, black holes, planetary systems, and entire regions where new stars are being born right now. All of this is held together by gravity. A galaxy keeps its parts bound as if by an invisible hand that prevents its stars from simply drifting away into the void. The Milky Way, the galaxy that contains Earth, is a spiral galaxy. If we could view it from the outside, we would see a glowing disk with curving arms. These arms contain young stars, clouds of gas and dust, and active regions of star formation. Closer to the galactic center, the stars are packed more densely, older stars are more common, and at the very core lies a supermassive black hole. But perhaps the most astonishing thing is that galaxies do not simply exist. They change, interact, and even collide. Although the distances between individual stars within galaxies are immense, galaxies themselves can draw together under their mutual gravity. Their shapes become distorted, spiral arms stretch outward, clouds of gas are compressed, and the birth of new stars can suddenly accelerate. When astronomers first realized that many strange galactic shapes could be explained by collisions, it became clear that the universe is far less calm than it appears. In photographs of the distant cosmos, we can see galaxies with long tails, warped structures, and bridges of stars and gas. These are the traces of a gravitational dance that can last for hundreds of millions of years. The word collision is slightly misleading here. This is not a crash in the everyday earthly sense. Galaxies do not slam into one another like cars. Their stars usually pass by each other without direct impact because the distances between them are so enormous. But gravity changes their trajectories, stirs their matter, and triggers waves of new processes. In a sense, this is not a blow, but a deep interpenetration of two giant systems. Scientists believe that even the Milky Way will not escape such a fate. Our galaxy is moving toward the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest large galactic neighbor. In several billion years, the two will begin to approach, distort one another, and eventually merge into a single new giant galaxy. By then, Earth will most likely no longer exist in anything like its present form. But the thought itself is striking. Even structures as immense as galaxies are neither eternal nor motionless. When two galaxies merge, the orbits of their stars are rearranged. Gas and dust collide more often, triggering bursts of star formation. Young hot stars begin to appear in great waves, and the central black holes may gradually spiral toward each other as well, eventually merging and producing powerful gravitational disturbances. But galaxies are fascinating not only because of their collisions. They also preserve the memory of the universe's past. Their composition allows us to read the history of the cosmos. Old stars tell us about ancient eras, while young ones reveal more recent processes. By studying the distribution of elements within stars, astronomers can determine how many generations of stars have already formed and died. And from a galaxy's shape, they can infer its history, whether it lived quietly, whether it underwent mergers, and how actively it formed stars. There are giant galaxies and dwarf galaxies. There are elliptical galaxies, resembling enormous glowing clouds. There are irregular galaxies, seemingly stripped of any clear shape. Once, people imagined that the universe must be orderly and symmetrical. But real observations have shown that it is diverse, and that much of its beauty is born from interaction, chaos, and long evolution. And here it is especially important to grasp the scale. Our solar system is a tiny corner of one star on the outskirts of one galaxy among billions of other galaxies. To a human being, that thought can sound almost frightening. But there is also something liberating in it. We do not live at the center of the world, but within a vast, living, moving universe. When a bright band of the Milky Way stretches across the sky at night, we are not seeing just a beautiful pattern. We are looking along the disk of our own galaxy, through countless stars, clouds of dust, and the depths of space. And in that moment, one can feel that a galaxy is not some distant abstraction. It is our home, gigantic and ancient, a home that has changed before and will continue to change. So the story of galaxies is the story of immense systems that are born, grow, collide, merge, and continue on in new forms. And amid all this boundless motion, there is a tiny planet on which someone once learned to understand that even cities of stars do not stand still.